Hello everybody. Now we will discuss the heights and distances. So first of all, we will discuss about an angle. Angle क्या होता है? If the two lines segment meet at a point, or the two lines intersect at a point, they form an angle. अगर कोई भी दो line segment, they're meeting at the point, they form an angle. This is an angle is here, and where these two line segment are meet, that is known as a vertex. This OA line is known as a initial side. This is your initial side. This is the dead line. This line has no movement at all. Dead line, no movement. And this OB is a terminal side. This is your terminal side. So this terminal side is moves in two different ways, clockwise and anti-clockwise. If this is moving clockwise and anti-clockwise, this is OA is your initial side, which is the dead line. Only that is terminal side is coming out. So if your terminal side is moves clockwise, means like in this direction, then it's make the negative angle. It's make a negative angle is there. But if it is moving the anti-clockwise, just opposite to clock, then it's make a positive angle. Means this is your initial side, O is the initial side, this is the dead line, this line has no movement at all. Only this terminal side is moves. So if it is moves the anti-clockwise, like, then it's make a positive angle. This is your positive angle. The important point is here only, if I am saying plus 45 and the minus 45, they are equal in magnitude. Equal in magnitude. Equal in magnitude. Only the direction is going to change. Otherwise they are equal. Means this is the 45 degree angle. This is also the 45 degrees angle. Only the direction is going to change. This minus 45 is there. It means the terminal side is moving the clockwise is there only. But here we will discuss the different type of the angles. This is already you know that. We will discuss here the angle of elevation and angle of depression. But before that, first of all, line of sight क्या होता है? देखिए, when an observer looks from a point O, this is the point O is there. Here is the one person is standing. Observer है. वो observer किसी object को यहाँ देख रहा है. He is observing this object is there only. So this line is the horizontal line is there. That is the initial side you can say. This line is known as a line of sight. This is known as this is called the line of sight. It means the observer is observing any object. It's here only. So this is the line of sight. Now the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation का form होता है. Angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. See, suppose the observer is here. Here is the observer. An object is on a particular height. Object is height. Object यहाँ पर है. Then the person is observing this one only. This angle will be the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. Means you can say when the angle of elevation will formed, अगर during observation of any object, the neck or eyes goes up. अगर observer की eyes ऊपर हो जाती हैं, गर्दन ऊपर उठे देखने के लिए, तो that is the angle of elevation will be formed. Means object will be on a particular height. Object किसी height पर होगा here and observer is here. Then the angle which will formed here only with the line of sight and this horizontal line, that angle will be the angle of elevation. ऊपर eyes ऊपर होना, गर्दन का ऊपर उठना, to during observation of any object, angle of elevation. Now next is the angle of depression. Angle of depression. तो angle of depression में क्या होगा? Then the observer is here. Observer is on a particular height. Means observer is here. Observer यहाँ पर है. And object is here. Here object is here. He is observing, going to observe this object only. So ये this angle, this one is there. This is your depression angle. This is your depression angle. Means during observation of any object. अगर observer किसी height पर है, object नीचे है, तो during observation of any object आपका eyes down होती है, neck down होती है, then the angle of depression will be formed. So you are supposed to draw this horizontal line. This line is parallel to this one is there. This is your angle of depression. This is your angle of elevation. Angle of elevation कब होता है? जब eyes goes to up. Angle of depression will be formed in case if eyes goes down. Means आप नीचे देख रहे हैं. Observer किसी height पर है and object is here and you are observing this object from this point. Then during observation of any object, your eyes goes down. Then it means depression angle will be formed. But there is a relation in angle of elevation and angle of depression. Angle of elevation और angle of depression में relation है. This is, look at here. देखिए, what is the relation is there in this angle of elevation and angle of depression? See, angle of elevation is always equal to angle of depression. They are always equal. They are always equal. See how? Suppose your observer is here and object is here. Your object is here. So you are observing this object from here only, here. So this is your angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. क्योंकि आप नीचे से ऊपर देख रहे हैं. Observer is here and object is here. Now the observer is here. Observer किसी height पर खड़ा हो जाता है. Where the object था उस जगह पर observer है. Now in place of this observer there is an object. It means the person who is sitting here only is observing this object. ऊपर से देख रहा है. So this is your angle of depression. This is your angle of depression. Angle of depression. Now the position is going to change. अगर if the observer यहाँ था, object यहाँ, angle of elevation बन रहा था, अब नीचे से ऊपर देख रहे हैं. अब observer only height पर है and object is below here. अब नीचे देख रहे हैं. So that is angle of depression. But just see now, this line is parallel to this one. This line is parallel to this one. So these two are, means this is working as a transversal. So this angle of elevation and this interior angles are always equal. This is already we know that if the two lines are the parallel, then their alternate interior angles are always equal. So that's why you can say the angle of depression is always equal to angle of elevation. And now there is a relation in case the observer moves horizontal and vertical line, then what will happen? So look at here. So first we are taking in case of the angle of elevation and angle of depression we will discuss. If the horizontal movement is there by the object. So case first we are taking horizontal movement. Horizontal movement अगर है by the observer, then see the both the cases we will take. Angle of elevation, angle of depression is here. See now. Suppose the observer is here, observer is here, and your object is here. Here is your object. See. So now angle of elevation of this one. Suppose for example, you can take this is your 45 degrees there. Means object is here only. This is your object. Now if you are moving horizontally, means this is your horizontal line. This is your horizontal line. This is, if you are moving horizontally, then suppose your position used to be here. अब आपकी position यहाँ थी. Now you become a here is there only. Here at the place B. You move from place A to B. आप A से B पर आ जाते हैं. Now you are going to observe this one. और second case is there कि you are going away. अब you are here only. C point पर आते हैं. Now you are going to observe here. This object. See, look at here. So there is a relation in distance and this angle. Distance and angle. See what is the relation is here only. See now. The original position is at the point A. आपने movement किया. You are now B. So if the distance between this object and observer is going to decrease, अगर distance between observer and object, now your observer is here. Now observer is here. The distance between observer and object, distance between observer and object is going to decrease, then angle always increase. Angle हमेशा increase करेगा. तो if you are coming closer to the object, अब object की closer आ रहे हैं तो ये angle बढ़ेगा. So let us suppose 45, it may become a 60 or whatever. If you are going away, means the distance between the observer and the object is going to increase. Now definitely this distance is greater than this one. So if the distance is going to increase, then angle always decrease. Always decrease. Always decrease. So it may be the 30 or whatever it is there only. So agar if you are going closer to the object, angle will increase. You are going away from the object, angle is always decrease. This is in case of the angle of elevation. This is angle of elevation because your object is here. Your object is here and you are here. You are moving on this horizontal line. आप इस horizontal line पर movement कर रहे हैं. Few more words also we will discuss where we can understand whether we are going away or we are coming to closer to the object. That is also we will discuss. Now same thing in case of the horizontal movement is there, but in case is there the angle of depression. In that case, see, look at here now. This is your object. Now here the observer. The observer at this point P. Here is observer. See, now the object is here, observer is here. So you are here only. Here, this is your object O. So this is your angle of depression. This is angle of depression means, let us suppose for the own convenience I am taking this is your 45 degree is there. Same relation is here, the distance and angle. There is a relation between distance and angles. See, now if you are going to closer to this object, means distance between the observer and object is going to decrease. इसका मतलब आप किधर आ रहे हैं? इधर आ रहे हैं. You are coming here, here. So now your angle become this one. This is. See, this is 45. So this will also be the 45 by the alternate entry angles are there because these two lines are already parallel. So this is 45. Now distance between the observer and object is going to decrease. This is going to decrease. Then you can see this angle will be equal to this one. So angle is going to increase. It may be the 60 is whatever. This is your 60. So it will increase. Increase. And if you are going away, आप दूर जा रहे हैं. Suppose now observer is here. So distance between the observer and object is going to increase. Means you are here. So look at here now. So this angle, see, this is, you can take this one, and this angle will be equal to this one. So that is going to decrease. So it may be the 30 or whatever it is there. What exactly we are going to understand here is the distance between the observer and the object. अगर observer और object के बीच का distance increase कर रहा है, if it is going to increase, then angle will be decrease. This is. So one thing is keep in mind, same is here. Either you are moving the horizontal in case of the angle of elevation or angle of depression. Here angle of, we are talking in an angle of depression. Depression वाले केस में क्या होगा? This is there, and this is we were talking in an angle of elevation. Elevation. See, तो ये ध्यान रखिए कि अगर if you are going away, angle will decrease. You are coming closer to the object, angle will increase. Same case in case of the angle of depression is there only. Angle of depression, same case is there. Have a look. Okay, now next second case is the vertical movement. In both the case we will take angle of elevation and angle of depression. Vertical movement. देखिए, observer is here, object is here. Let's suppose the angle of elevation is 45. अब observer will move. Observer अगर ऊपर जाता है, means vertical movement हो रहा है, up and down. तो अगर point B पर है, तो just see what will happen. So this angle definitely will be less than this one. So if the distance between the observer and object is going to decrease, then this angle will also decrease. Distance decrease करेगा तो angle भी decrease करेगा here. And suppose your position is here. Now downwards you are coming. So the distance between the observer and the object is going to increase here. Then this angle will increase. So if the distance between the observer and the object increase करेगा तो angle will also be the increase. This is in case of a vertical movement. So this may be the 60 is there. Same thing in case of the depression. You are here, observer here, you are observing this object. So this angle is 45, this is also the 45 is here. Now your position is here. You are comes at the point C. It means the distance between the observer, now observer is here at the point C. The distance between the observer and object is going to decrease. So angle will also decrease. See, look at here. This angle may be 30, like this is equal to 30. So here the angle will also decrease. So distance is going to decrease, angle will also decrease. Now your position is here, up down हो रहे, observer is going up and down. Now here, so the distance between the observer and object is going to increase. This is going to increase. This is your depression angle. Definitely it will increase. So if the distance is going to increase, then angle is also increase. So in case of the vertical movement, distance is going to decrease. Distance is going to decrease, angle will decrease. Distance is going to increase, angle will increase. Same is here in case of the depression is also. So this thing is keep in mind, if you are going up and down, जैसे जैसे distance कम होगा, angle कम होगा. जैसे distance बढ़ेगा, angle will be also increases there only. Have a look. Okay, now we are taking one problem. Problem is a vertical pole stand on the level ground from a point on the ground 25 meter away from the foot of the pole. The angle of elevation of its top is found to be 60 degree. You have to find the height of the pole. So you have to draw the figure first only. How can you draw the figure? Figure draw करने का तरीका क्या है? पहला जो sentence बोलता है वो पहले करिए. You have to do the first sentence whatever is saying. You have to do that. So if there is a vertical pole stand on the level ground from a point on the ground 25 meter away from the foot of the pole. So from here there is a vertical pole stand on the level ground. So there is a vertical pole. You can assume this is a vertical pole. Vertical pole. Now next part is from a point on the ground 25 meter away from the foot of the pole up to here only, comma tak. This is another sentence is there. So from the foot of the pole there is a 25 meter away, there is a point on the ground. This is a point you can suppose A. This is the 25 meter away from the ground. The angle of elevation of the top is found to be 60. This is the top of the pole is there. This angle of elevation is given. This is given 60 degree. This is 60. Because he is saying from the point which is 25 meter away from the pole, foot of the pole, the angle of elevation of the top of the pole is 60 degree. So this is your 90 will be there. This is your, you can say the formula contains B and C. Let's suppose we are supposed to find the height of this pole. Find the height of pole. We are interested in height of pole. See now. So this is your figure is there only. Now important point is there. What exactly we want to calculate? We want to know the height of this pole. हमें क्या चाहिए? Height of pole. क्या दिया है हमको? ये दिया हुआ. This information is given. This is the 25 centimeter. So now question is here what we should take. We should take the sine, cos, tan, cosec, whatever. So how come to know that? देखिए, this is already you know PVP over HSB. So this is your sine, this is your cos and tan, this is your cot, sec and cosec. So look at here. We for according to this angle, with this angle, this is working as a perpendicular. This is your perpendicular you can say. And this is your base. And this is your hypotenuse. This is your hypotenuse is here. It means for this angle, this is your perpendicular, this is base and height. This hypotenuse. What exactly we want to calculate? We want this one only. हमें h निकालना है. ये हमको given है. तो according to this angle, what is given? Perpendicular we know. Perpendicular we have to find out. Perpendicular में निकालना है. We know the base. तो now perpendicular and base should be included. अब ये देखो perpendicular base कहाँ है? Perpendicular base will come in tan or either in cot. It means ये हुआ कि you are supposed to take either the tan or the chord in this triangle to find the height of this pole. तो यही से पता चलता है कि हमको क्या given है and what exactly we want to find out, and then you must see here only कि according to this one, this is perpendicular, we want to find out, base is already given is here. So in perpendicular basis comes either you have to take the tan or chord. तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, जैसे in triangle ABC you are supposed to take the tan 60. Tan 60 means perpendicular, that is BC over AB. Tan 60 means the value of tan 60 is root 3. BC, that is the height of the pole, H, and this is 25. So H is equal to what? 25 root 3. This is meter. So this is the height of the pole. This is your height of the pole. Likewise, so this is the ways there only, whether what we are supposed to take the tan or cot or sine and cosec, that we can know from the figure only. वो figure से ही पता चलता है कि what we should take. Have a look.